Revelation chapter 9 illustrates the severity of God's judgment, the persistence of human rebellion, and the unfolding of divine justice. Verse 12, "One woe is past. Behold, still 2 more woes are coming after these things." This verse serves as a warning that the first of the 3 woes is complete, but greater judgments are yet to come. It underscores the escalating nature of the tribulation. Verse 13, "Then the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before God." The golden altar is associated with prayer and intercession. The voice may symbolize divine authority issuing the next phase of judgment. Verse 14, "Saying to the 6th angel who had the trumpet, Release the 4 angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates." The 4 angels represent powerful demonic forces bound until this moment. The Euphrates, a significant boundary in biblical history, symbolizes a place of conflict and judgment. Verse 15, "So the 4 angels, who had been prepared for the hour and day and month and year, were released to kill 1/3 of mankind." The precise timing highlights God's sovereignty and control over the judgment. The death of 1/3 of humanity demonstrates the severity of this judgment. Verse 16, "Now the number of the army of the horsemen was 200 million. I heard the number of them." The massive army represents overwhelming force, possibly demonic or human, depending on interpretation. The emphasis is on their immense number and destructive capacity. Verse 17, "And thus I saw the horses in the vision. Those who sat on them had breastplates of fiery red, hyacinth blue, and sulfur yellow, and the heads of the horses were like the heads of lions, and out of their mouths came fire, smoke, and brimstone." The colors symbolize destruction and judgment: fire, smoke, sulfur. The lion heads and the destructive forces coming from their mouths suggest supernatural, devastating power. Verse 18, "By these 3 plagues, 1/3 of mankind was killed, by the fire and the smoke and the brimstone which came out of their mouths." The 3 plagues, fire, smoke, and brimstone, bring death to a significant portion of humanity, indicating the catastrophic scale of the judgment. Verse 19, "For their power is in their mouth and in their tails, for their tails are like serpents, having heads, and with them they do harm." The serpentine tails further symbolize deception and harm. The dual sources of power, mouth and tails, emphasize their comprehensive destructiveness. Verse 20, "But the rest of mankind who were not killed by these plagues did not repent of the works of their hands, that they should not worship demons and idols of gold, silver, brass, stone, and wood, which can neither see nor hear nor walk." Despite the judgments, humanity's stubbornness and idolatry persist. This highlights human hardness of heart and the futility of worshiping false gods. Verse 21, "And they did not repent of their murders or their sorceries or their sexual immorality or their thefts." The list of sins underscores humanity's moral corruption and refusal to turn to God even in the face of severe judgment. It reflects the depth of spiritual rebellion